Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Power Block, episode 197. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, is that retro code, Eddie V.
I'm happy for all these games that are coming. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, there's a lot of games coming in. Specifically, yes. There's a lot to play this weekend if you are a Switch owner. There's quite a bit. There's probably like 600 hours of games coming out just this weekend.
Yes.
Because you got the first three Borderlands games. You have XCOM 2, you have the BioShock collection, and then you have Xenoblade Chronicles.
Exactly.
And Minecraft Dungeons.
And Shantae and the Seven Sirens.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a big weekend. This is a crazy weekend for Switch for sure. But how's your week going, Ed? You doing all right? Having a week?
I am doing good. Staying focused. Getting ready to get some things ready for our next book club. Soon to get back into writing and soon to get back into podcasting, optional opinion, because I haven't did it in a while. But I'm getting very energetic and I cannot wait to see the games that's coming out. We were talking in the chat about Outriders, a game that's coming and it looks really, really fun. And you mentioned Destiny and I'm just like, from the menus, yes, I can see a lot of Destiny in the menus.
Well, I said it's going to be more like Borderlands, is what I said. It's not going to be a games as a service game. It's going to be a looter shooter RPG like Borderlands, and they're going to keep adding. They said it's not going to be games as a service, but they're going to keep adding expansions to it. So, I mean, I don't know really what you call that, but it they said it has a definitive end, really, and I don't know. I'm pretty excited for it. We'll probably talk about it a little bit next week on Boss Rush and Arsenal X because it's coming to Series X and Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and 5 and all those things. But yeah, we have a lot to do this weekend. We pre-recorded all of our regular programming for this weekend because we've got a couple interviews to do. We have book club. We have all kinds of things to do this weekend. So shows are going to appear at their regular times. They're just going to be different shows than what you're used to be watching. But it's fine.
Yes.
I think people know that we're trying to do different things and. We're still trying to schedule our indie stuff and our retro game show and, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, there's a lot going on, but I'm just happy to be able to be doing this stuff right now. There's a lot of scary things going on in the world right now. And
oh, yeah. No, a lot of stuff.
I mean, not just Corona. I mean, the stuff that's happening in Minnesota, the stuff that's happening out west it's
times are getting crazy.
Yeah, it's just like, why can't people just be good people? It's just I don't want to like spend time on this show being political about stuff because like we're here to talk about games, we're here to have fun, we're here to try to bring a positive light to the world when stuff's going wrong, but like sometimes it's just it's so hard to ignore, it's just
there are things that's heartbreaking and things that affect you. And when it feels like that you want to make something change and, you wish that you could go and help and do change. It's kind of hard when A, if you're not connected to it, B, if you don't like connect to it in a way to see that when something is wrong, it should be called out. Something should be called out and something should be done with it. There's some kind of gesture that should come from it. And there are people who are just upset and angry and mad because outcome or something, people already know what's going to happen, but it may not happen this time, and it's kind of hard to when you can't really do nothing. But at this time, there are people from different races who are, who are joining together to be like, we're calling this out and something needs to be done with it. And we'll, at this point in time, and this is kind of like with Minnesota and most men belong to it. I think at this time, hopefully people in Minnesota are staying safe. I know a lot of people are angry and upset, and you can't hide that fact when you're angry and upset. You just can't hide it. A lot of people really hope that something comes out of this, and that some form of justice really does happen. Um, but right now there are charities and stuff out there, and you can probably find it on social media, on your Twitter and stuff. And if you can contribute, go ahead and contribute, because like I said, times are changing. But hopefully something comes out of this. Hopefully something great comes out of this, and hopefully more discussions and more action happens and everything. So that's all I can say at this time. Because
Yeah.
because we want to be positive,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just a weird time, and I don't know. I just feel like every time, like, there's one little bit of progress somewhere, there's 3 steps back somewhere else, and it's just kind of like, I don't know. It makes my head hurt, man, and like, I don't know. It's
yeah.
just everybody, like, look, just be a better human being, please, everybody. That's I know that's the community we're trying to build here on Boss Rush, obviously, but like, apply that to life, dude. Just be better people. I mean, I get it. You're not always gonna feel the best about something, or just, I don't know. Just be better. Just be better.
We're all in this time got to come together and support each other. We all got, like you said, we got to be better to one another.
Yeah.
Because that's what we want. Life is easier when we're all together as one.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be that way, and even though it's just easier to say than do, things work when people try.
Yeah. Just, a little extra effort goes a long way. It really does. So just be mindful, be polite, be nice, I don't know, just be better. But we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. We're going to get into the regular show here. I mean, I've been, look, the big positive this week though, it's Nintendo, obviously, but I've rekindled my interest in physical collecting. Obviously I'm going to have I'm going to play all my games digitally, right? But I am curating the physical collection for systems again, and it's been fun, just like getting games in the mail again. And like,
yes,
I mean, I'm looking at like my Switch and Xbox One games, right? And just seeing all the Switch games lined up, right, with the red boxes looks awesome, and the Xbox with the green boxes and the gray scale, because like, how PlayStation has like, okay, there's all this stuff going on with the name of the game on the side of the box, where Xbox One is just like this gray scale with the white name down the side. It's just, Xbox One games look cool side by side. But the one thing is, Ed is a crazy human being, and he got me this really cool headset. If you're watching the video version, if you watch him live on Twitch and Mixer at Boss Rush Games Live, come give us a follow, click that heart. You guys have already seen it, but Ed got me this really cool Razer Gears of War 5 headset, and it is the most comfortable thing I've ever put on my head. It's the best sounding thing I've ever put on my head, and it's the coolest looking thing I've ever put on my head. So Ed, I I want to punch you and kiss you at the same time. So, but yeah, this is really cool of you. You're just, I don't know. I was telling Sana the other day, right? We were sitting there when I got this, and like, I was like, I don't really think about like, oh, this is my best friend, you know, but like I was sitting there and talking to her, and I was like, I'm pretty sure Ed's my best friend. Like, I know I tell you that you're my best friend all the time, but you know, like when you sit down and like start looking at the paper and like, she's like, yeah, he is your best friend. You talk to him every day. You talk to him more than me sometimes. And, you know, you guys do shows 3 days a week. You guys hang out online all the time. Like, he is your best friend. And I was like, yeah, he is my best friend. So, but I really appreciate this. This was awesome.
You're welcome. Like I said, happy birthdays, Merry Christmases, and all my chicken sandwich that is gone.
I feel like
you said it. You just like that I already saw the chicken sandwiches you owe me.
I feel like I owe you chicken sandwiches now.
Nah.
And when we go to Chick-fil-A, you're not getting a grilled chicken sandwich.
I told you the spicy chicken is fire. That it's good. It really is good. I really enjoyed it.
It is good. Spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A is amazing. So, but we're gonna get into this housekeeping, Ed. Hold on, let me pull the show notes up. This has been let me tell you, man, for a short week at work, it's been a long week. A little housekeeping for you. This is Nintendo Power Block. Each and every week, Edward and I, as well as our friends from around the internet, come together live right here on Boss Rush Games Live on Twitch and Mixer to talk about the latest news, rumors, releases, and your questions. If you can't join us live, no big deal. You can head on over to youtube.com/BossRushGames and podcast services every Saturday morning to listen to the show. Remember to like, subscribe, rate, review, and share wherever you check out our podcast. And go to BossRushGames.com to check out all of our content, including our family of podcasts. Now, we're giving away a big giveaway for episode 200, right?
Yes.
Big giveaway. Episode 200. That's 3 weeks away. We're giving away a Nintendo Switch Lite, a memory card, and $100 worth of eShop gift cards. So, all in one package, all in one go. We're making you work for it. So get those entries in. Here's how you can enter the Nintendo Switch giveaway for episode 200. This is episode 197, by the way. So 3 weeks from now. Entries for our episode 200 giveaway are now being accepted during episode 200 live on Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube. That's mixer.com/BossRushGamesLive, twitch.tv/BossRushGamesLive, and youtube.com/BossRushGames. We are giving away a turquoise Nintendo Switch Lite, a 256GB memory card, and two $50 eShop gift cards. If you want to win this bundle, you must enter the contest by the following rules. Each process below count as one entry for a grand total of 3 entries. Send a screenshot of each of the following. All are required for 1 entry. Your audio podcast subscription on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, etc., wherever you listen to podcasts. Where did I go? I lost it. Okay. A YouTube channel subscription, which is youtube.com/BossRushGames, and a follow on Twitch or Mixer, which is mixer.com/BossRushGamesLive and twitch.tv/BossRushGamesLive. Yes. A second screenshot of your rating and review on Apple Podcasts or podcast service of choice will grant you a second entry. And for a third entry, follow and tweet to @PowBlockPodcast, @IamCoreyNHD, and @ThatRetroCode while you listen to the show with a screenshot of where you listen with the hashtag of PowBlock200.
Yes.
Those are the rules. So we're going to make a breakout video, actually, of the rules for the contest for the next couple weeks that we can share around and you can share with your friends through Twitter and social media. So that'll probably be up at the beginning of the week. Ed and I are going to try to record a short video this weekend. So, yeah, so get those entries in. You have 3 weeks left. Also, just an update. I think we're gonna open a store for Boss Rush fans. I'm designing an episode 200 Nintendo Power Block T-shirt and an episode 100 Arsenal X T-shirt. So, those shows are hitting big milestones. They mean a lot to us as a channel and as a group. So, yeah, we're gonna do that. Plus, obviously logo T-shirts for the rest of the shows.
Yes.
Yeah, get those entries in, and yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. So, sorry, it's really late. It's like 10:30, and I'm really tired. I'm not gonna lie to you. Man, I'm telling you guys, kids just don't want to go to sleep. They just don't want to go to sleep. It's supposed to start the show at like 8:45, and we didn't start till after 10. So
we had good convo though.
no, we did. A little angry at some points because as soon as I thought we were going to be able to start, I'm like, oh my gosh. So, anyways, Ed, we're going to get into some of these news bits here. We got a lot to go over actually. So there's been some listings on Amazon for multiple third-party SKUs for unannounced games from Warner Brothers, Square Enix, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Capcom, and Take-Two, which is very interesting because we were just talking about games that could be coming to Switch, and you brought up Grand Theft Auto last week.
Yes.
On Boss Rush with Diggity. So I guess that would be Monday's episode that goes up for the Boss Rush podcast. Yeah, and Take-Two has 3 unannounced games for Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox, which honestly, Take-Two owns Rockstar. They own 2K. They own a bunch of developers that you might know, Private Division. So I think we're going to see something big from them. I really do. I really think we're going to see something pretty big from them.
A lot of people are hoping that Bully 2 gets announced and Grand Theft Auto 6 gets announced. But
not for Switch though. I mean, they said that the Grand Theft Auto 6 is in active development, but probably won't see a release till before probably around March 2024, which is that's so far away, dude.
Oh, yeah.
But let me just go over this real quick. There's 2 games from Warner Brothers, 2 games from Square Enix, 2 games from Ubisoft, 3 games from Bethesda, which is interesting. 3 games from Bethesda. Capcom has 1 game, and Take-Two has looks like 3 games. So this was from Amazon France, and it's starting to show up other places as well. I think during either IGN's big Summer of Gaming Bash thing and Jeff Keighley's Summer Gaming Extravaganza, whatever he's calling it, we're going to get some pretty big announcements. Now, Warner Brothers, it's probably a Lego game, I'm sure. Probably maybe like an Arkham port of some sort. But what do you think of all this third-party support? Ed?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think of all this third-party support?
I think it's really good. A lot of people are thinking that, of course, it's going to be a lot of ports for it, which is kind of fine in a sense. But I mentioned Monster Hunter from Capcom, and I think we'll probably get another one from them.
Yeah, I think Monster Hunter on Switch is a safe bet. I think Capcom's already confirmed that they're working on a Monster Hunter for Switch because the Japanese audience that loves Monster Hunter wants another Monster Hunter for Switch because they're portable Monster Hunters. They've been playing the same game for 7 years at this point because Generations was on 3DS and then they ported it to Switch 2 years later, 3 years later.
Yeah.
And so I think Monster Hunter from Capcom is a safe bet, although the other rumor is a new Mega Man X game. But on this listing, it just says Capcom, Nintendo Switch. It doesn't say PS4 or Xbox One. and the way they're adding stuff to Monster Hunter World on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, I'm guessing that this Capcom game is going to be a Monster Hunter game.
I mean, it kind of needs to be, or maybe it is Dino Crisis.
It could be a Resident Evil 2 remake port. They've been talking about it. They have been talking about porting those games to Switch at some point.
Like it could be Ghost and Ghost remake, like Strider was. Ooh. Who knows? Yeah. Or in fact, it could be even Strider. That downloadable game that comes to Switch that could get announced. Mm-hmm. Capcom, out of all of this, I kind of would like to see what Square Enix is doing, because I think with Square Enix we'll get a Bravely Default release date.
Well, there's two Square Enix games listed here, and the only SKU they have listed is Nintendo Switch for both Square Enix games. Mm-hmm. I wonder if one of them is going to be because the Secret of Mana remake got a PS4 release, never came to Switch. Now that Trials of Mana is out, I wonder if we're going to get a Secret of Mana remake for Switch.
We probably won't, because they got the Collection of Mana.
Yeah, but this Secret of Mana is the total remake, because Trials of Mana is on there, right? The collection. Yeah, it's the third game.
And they remade Trials of Mana, and put it out there because it really never came to America, in a sense. So the Collection of Mana for Switch, those who are playing Trials of Mana, because it didn't really have a name. It was just Sengen Dotsu 3 in Japan, and it got localized, and the English version was put in there, but they never released it. Mm-hmm. So when they went back and did Trials of Mana, they just redid it from the ground up. Yeah. So it wouldn't make sense for them to release the Secret of Mana remake, mm-hmm. Because they should have already did that when they brought it to PS4, Xbox One. They should have already did that. What I could see, though, because there have been talks of Legacy of Kain, the Soul Reaver one, that collection could come out. That one could come back.
That's been a big rumor. What, the first game is being remade, supposedly?
For Soul Reaver, yes.
Maybe. Maybe we're getting our Tomb Raider game finally.
I hope so. Like I would do Tomb.
Dude, watch it be those two top-down isometric Tomb Raider games, and not the ones we want.
Yeah, probably so.
I mean, like, I get it, but like, just give me Tomb Raider on Switch, please. Like, I don't know, man. I love those games to death, right? Like, just give them to me. Just give it to me.
And Warner Brothers is so much up in the air. I know you mentioned the Lego game, but I think they probably have something Lord of the Rings related.
Yeah, I guess
they're the questionable ones out of all of this.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I bet one of them is a Arkham port of some sort. Like, that just makes sense to me. At least those first two games, I don't know. It just makes too much sense for me. The one for me, though, that sticks out is the Ubisoft game that's listed for Switch and Xbox and not PS4. I wonder if that's some sort of game where they're collaborating with both consoles, both systems, where it's a game where they, like, it's generic's the wrong word, but I'm going to use it anyway. Generic enough to stand on its own, but also make deals with these consoles these console manufacturers to use their IP within the game for that specific version.
Yes.
So that makes a lot of sense to me. What I'm really surprised that there's no Mario Rabbids 2. I really want Mario Rabbids 2.
I say in due time. in due time. I think if we would have got Gamescom, I think it would have got announced there
Yeah.
for some reason. But yeah, this is an exciting list, and it's going to keep everybody on his toes. I think Bethesda is more like Doom Eternal.
Yeah,
We'll get
that's
a release
that.
date.
I think that Bethesda has a game that's only listed for Switch. I think Doom Eternal is that game because it doesn't have a listing yet for Switch. So that's my guess. The other two are listed for all three platforms. I would guess a Fallout 3 remastered to get some kind of good graces back in. I feel like a lot of people really want that Fallout 3 experience again, and there's no way to play it natively on PlayStation 4. It's not on Switch. The only way you can play it is by backwards compatibility on Xbox One. And I think these console manufacturers are doing, right? And I talked a little bit about this on Boss Rush with Diggity, right? Where I see a lot of remasters coming to PlayStation 4, like of PS3 games like Infamous and Killzone and Resistance, those types of things, to avoid their backwards compatibility issue, their massive backwards compatibility issue.
Yes.
And like I kind of see Bethesda working with them on that kind of thing, where like, hey, we want to remaster Fallout 3 so people can just have it natively on this console. So when PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X come out, you can play it with, the knowing that you're going to be able to carry it forward.
Yeah, I would love to see that happen. Definitely with the one studio who does a lot of their ports.
Iron Galaxy.
Is it Iron Galaxy for Bethesda? For Switch?
I mean, Panic Button did Doom and Wolfenstein, but Iron Galaxy did Skyrim, which runs on the Fallout 3 engine. So for me, it makes sense for Iron Galaxy to do something big open world for Bethesda. Plus, they have a really good, Iron Galaxy. Adam Boyes came from PlayStation, so they have a good in with PlayStation there. So yeah, I really think that Bethesda stuff are remasters, especially if it's coming to Switch of certain things. Like maybe it's a Fallout New Vegas and a Fallout 3 remaster.
I would be down for that for a collection. I would be down for that.
Because what else does Bethesda have? Like, I mean, in terms of the 360 generation, right? Like, they're not going to remaster Dishonored. It came out this gen, right? Like, they're not going to remaster, I guess, Oblivion.
Could they put Dishonored 1 and 2 together? Could they do a collection like that?
But they came out on Xbox One and PS4 already. Like, those games are already on those systems.
Was Dishonored on 360 and
Dishonored 1 was on 360 and PS3, but there was a remastered version. 2 Dishonored 1 was remastered for 1 and PS4.
Okay.
Because I own them for some reason, even though I don't really care for stealth games. So, but yeah, I think Bethesda is a big one. Doom Eternal obviously is the one game for that, but maybe a remastered version of Wolfenstein 1. And I don't really know where to go at this point. I really don't know where to go at this point.
The Wolfenstein one that came out for PS3 and the DLC content?
Yeah.
Or the actual...
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that happening for a Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, because if... You might as well do it because you already got Wolfenstein 2 and Youngblood on Switch. So to complete that remake collection or reimagined collection, do that.
I could also see them announcing Wolfenstein 3 this year. It's been almost 3 years since Wolfenstein 2. It's been 2.5 years, right? And that game... I mean, they've already said that the third game's going to come to PS4 and Xbox One, as well as probably next gen. So I could see that also being a case. And they said that they're going to support Switch with their shooters as long as they can. As
long as they're good ports, I'm picking it up. I'll buy it.
Yeah, I could see it. I played through Wolfenstein 2 on Switch. It wasn't a terrible experience by any stretch. So. I know it's not the optimal way to play that game, but it was great on Switch. So, Youngblood, I think, was just not a great game altogether. But
I think I'll eventually will pick it up, uh, because um I have Wolfenstein 2, but I don't have that DLC. So I'm like, if I could get it for cheap, then yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on, Ed. Silent Hill is coming back, sort of. Dead by Daylight's new Silent Hill crossover, first details of Pyramid Head, new map, and more. Coming to Dead by Daylight, which is the not isometric, the 4v1 kind of horror franchise where you have to escape the massive monsters. So one person plays a monster and other people play as the humans, and it's kind of a PvPvE type thing. So characters based on the Silent Hill franchise, including protagonists and enemies, will appear in the game. It's a cool little nod. I think people want more from Silent Hill than that, but if that's what you're going to get for now, then that all but says I think Silent Hill might be coming back in a bigger way, and this is kind of a tease. So, thoughts?
It's cool. I think this is a good way to bring the Silent Hill community back to the franchise, in a sense. Some people have probably been wanting this to happen because on how big Dead by Daylight is. As for me, it really doesn't do anything because I don't play the game, but I would definitely be checking out people's streams to watch it to see how it all plays out. Because it's a good game to watch to see what actually happens, and to see Silent Hill, I want to see how they treat it and if it is good enough to resurrect the series to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I'm interested to see what happens. I know we have friends in the Mixer community, Zombie Kills, who's actually on Spawn on Me tonight, which is a pretty huge thing for her. I'm very proud that she's on there. So
yes,
congratulations, Zombie, for that. But yeah, I know they play a lot of Dead by Daylight, and this might be something that interests them for sure. So so our next story, Ed, since we don't really care about Silent Hill, but you know what we do care about? Amusement parks.
Yes.
Yeah? Huh? Yeah?
Yes.
Super Nintendo World. Aerial pictures of Super Nintendo World have surfaced online, which it's looking pretty cool, Ed. Looking pretty cool. I don't know if you looked at the pictures, but they are looking. It looks. I mean, the picture is obviously small and it's from super high up, but it looks like there's a lot going on in there. I'm not gonna lie to you. It definitely looks like there's a lot going on there.
I think they're going to get more people now to really come if everything plays out the way that it supposed to, and it pans out. That I think they got a lot of people coming to Universal.
Yeah, I mean this is from the Orlando park also. This is not the Japanese park. This is the Orlando park. So that's very exciting to see this stuff really coming together, because it looks like new Super Mario, or it looks like Mario 3D World, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
you can see pink columns that are obviously Peach's castle. There's pyramids. There's all kinds of cool stuff going on. So very excited to see more of that when that's around. I'm sure you are excited for Super Nintendo World. Definitely want to try to get there at some point.
Right. I'm like, I want to look into a package and see how much I have to pay to take a vacation to go there.
Yeah, I want to know how big it is, because in this picture, and I know like that they were showing aerial shots of Galaxy's Edge at Disney World when it was being built, and it looked pretty small, but once you get in there, it's actually huge. Galaxy's Edge is huge. I wonder, this Nintendo World looks kind of small from this aerial perspective, but
yeah,
I think once you get in there, you're going to realize that it's a lot bigger than it actually is. So yeah, it looks cool. I'm pretty excited for that. Pretty excited for sure.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of it for news, Ed. There's not a lot going on. I'm not going to lie to you. So
not this week, but if more things come up, we'll come together.
yeah, I mean
And talk about it.
we have a pretty decent topic to wrap the show with, but before we
Yes.
do that, Ed, I'm not going to forget this week. Forgot 3 weeks in a row, but we're going to start the eShop drop for the week of June 2nd, 2020. Ed, as tradition dictates, we will start with you.
All right. We have Liberated coming out June 2nd. Welcome to a brave new world. Undeniable truth and personal freedoms are dying. Revolution is near. Rise up in the bloodstained struggle for a land of the free. Forget everything you know about comics. Immerse yourself in a dark, rain-soaked city. Use your wits, hack the system, sneak and solve puzzles. And when hell breaks loose, dispense picturesque headshots for great justice. Let the stunning hand-drawn art and action unite on the pages of this Nora cyberpunk story.
Awesome P2 comes to Nintendo Switch on June 3rd. Greedy P is back in the game. Now with even more dark dungeons, deadly traps, and gold. What will you definitely find in this game again? Pixel Game Boy style graphics when everything is green, 25 different levels, retro soundtracks, sounds that sounds like your old computer, and lots of shiny coins. This game is actually going to be $4.99. It's pretty cheap, so I guess you could check it out.
Yes. We also have Clubhouse Games June 5th. Play and discover 51 board games, tabletop games, and more all in one package. Clubhouse Games TM 51 worldwide classics. The diverse collection includes games from all over the world from multiple genres, from familiar favorites like chess to international hits like Mancala that have been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah. In the last game on the list, probably the biggest game out this week, The Outer Worlds comes to Nintendo Switch finally on June 6th. As you explore a space colony in the Outer Worlds, the character you decide to become will determine how the player-driven story unfolds in this new sci-fi RPG. If you haven't played it, this is basically Fallout game without all the fluff. A lot of character customization, a lot of story beats, a lot of definitely a lot of ways to influence the story. So if you are into those types of games, highly recommended. This is probably one of your only chances to play an Outer Worlds game on the Switch, because the studio was purchased by Microsoft and is now an Xbox-owned IP. Although Microsoft has been pretty open about putting, their lesser titles on other platforms. So check it out, The Outer Worlds.
Yes.
And that is the what?
Oh, I was about to say Liberated is definitely a game I'm going to be picking up. I can't wait for that. Ever since I've seen it, I'm like, yeah, I need this.
So that's the eShop drop for the week of June 2nd. Get your Switches ready if you have space from this weekend. That's all I have to say.
Yes.
There's plenty of RPGs coming out this weekend. I was thinking about getting the Outer Worlds for Switch, but also I wasn't that into it the first time I played it, because I played it when it came to Game Pass, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm just not a Fallout guy, man. Like I've tried so many times. I've tried 3, I tried 4, I tried New Vegas, I tried the Outer Worlds. I'm just not a Bethesda Game Studios type of guy. Like I played about an hour of Skyrim. Here's my Skyrim story, by the way, and people in the chat are gonna rip me a new one, but that's all right. I've played exactly 80 minutes of Skyrim in my entire life. I couldn't figure out how to get out of the stupid starting town where the dragon attacks it, and I stopped playing.
I tried to play Skyrim for like 2 hours on PS3 and gave up on it. Be like, nah, this is kind of boring.
It's just, those games just aren't for me, man. And I don't know. I thought about giving Skyrim a second shot because I'm enjoying The Witcher on Switch, obviously, and I love Breath of the Wild, and I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I'd be into it now, but then I'm like, but I have Zelda and The Witcher. Do I really need to play this, 10-year-old game at this point? So
yeah, I do have the Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds on Xbox One. I got it for Black Friday. I'm gonna try my best to dive into it and like really make the choices that I think that's gonna make my character fitting.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get through it and everything. But yeah, if you like these kind of big RPGs, American RPGs, I should say, it's a good choice to pick up.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right, Ed, we have a pretty decent topic today. Nintendo Life came out with this feature of potential Switch ports that the Wii U games that haven't come to Switch yet. We do have a question from Greg Osterman III about this topic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot of Wii U games that haven't come over to the Switch yet, which, you know, it depends on how you feel about some of these franchises, and some of them probably don't need a Switch port, but we would still get them anyway because
Yes,
we're terrible human beings and need to buy everything that comes to the Switch. So I'm going to read Greg's question first, and then we can kind of have the conversation from there. Greg writes in, he says, with the gaming industry heading into a tumultuous time, do you think Nintendo is in a good position to consistently release stellar content even if their new games aren't ready to go? I mean, there are so many Wii U games that even Wii games to still put out on the console. Thoughts?
yeah.
I'm just gonna run through this list of games and then we can answer Greg's question real quick.
Okay.
Nintendo Life lists Super Mario 3D World, Pikmin 3, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Star Fox Zero, NEX Remix 1 and 2, Paper Mario Color Splash, Yoshi's Woolly World, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, and The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and Amiibo Festival, which we don't need, and then Zombie U, Project Zero, which is the what do you call it? Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame 5, Sonic Lost World, Deus Ex Human Revolution's Director's Cut, Watch Dogs, and Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform. And then Nintendo Land, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, which I think would be great on Switch, and Devil's Third, which
doesn't need to be ported at all.
Dude, that game is so hard to find, by the way. Devil's Third. It's such a collector's item.
But it's a questionable content game. I can say that much.
I mean, you can say what you want about Devil's Third. Go ahead, Ed. Go ahead.
I already have said that's questionable content.
See, the Devil's Third on Amazon right now is $249.
Yikes, because that game was really hard to find when it got released.
Yeah. It was really hard to find to begin with, and if you didn't pre-order it, you were most likely not getting it.
Yeah, because that game really didn't have a release date.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, what's this?
It's so funny. I need to get some Wii U games to finish my collection of that. But it's so funny, like Paper Mario Color Splash for like up until like 3 weeks ago was less than $15 on Wii U, and now that Paper Mario Origami King got announced, it's back up to $50.
Oh wow!
You always see these spikes online when games get announced. Like Wonderful 101 right now is $41 on Wii U, but it just came out on Switch. Why are you paying that for a Wii U game? You know. Bayonetta 1 and 2 is obviously like extremely hard to find. That double, like the single pack, which is just Bayonetta 2 on Wii U, is really easy to find, but to get that double pack with the physical disc of Bayonetta 1 is extremely hard to find, which I think is hilarious. So, but anyways, Ed, let's answer Greg's question. As people know, COVID is probably going to delay some games starting this fall, I'm assuming, because of mocap and voice acting and I'm talking across the industry in general, not just Nintendo, right? Like I think you're going to see a lot of games kind of be pushed out of the way, which is why I think this is going to be a prime time for remasters, right? And we talk a lot about the Mass Effect trilogy remaster, and Dead Space and the Tony Hawk remasters are coming, and I think we're going to see a lot of that across the board. I really do. And Nintendo is no different. I know they kind of operate differently. They don't do a lot of mocap and a lot of voice acting in their games. But I think this is going to delay the games that we want the most more, like Zelda and Metroid. Metroid is just a different beast based on what we've talked about. But I think in terms of what Nintendo has still in their back pocket to release, in terms of porting games that are already done, they just need to do the port work.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of these Wii U games start coming over because of this. I think we're going to see games that are already done, obviously, but I think we're going to see these Wii U games that we've been wanting for a long time, starting with Pikmin 3 and Mario 3D World, and I think we're going to gradually see this list come over.
Yeah, like for people who miss a lot of the Wii U first-party titles, playing them now on Switch and getting them and knowing that people will pay the money to get those games to play them on the go, of Nintendo would be like, yeah, let's put this out. Let's fill our calendar year because of what just happened. We already had some of the stuff ready to go, but now if we're all good and everything's working and we really could put it out, let's put it out and fill up our lineup of release games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if they give us that consistency that they gave us with the launch, right? Like every 6 weeks we would get a brand new Switch game that was awesome. Some of them were ports, right? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They obviously had work done to them, but Hyrule Warriors, we've had a lot of Wii U games obviously come over, but like they're filling the gaps of the big releases, right? We're already getting a pretty big release coming in Paper Mario, right? There's a rumor about the 3D Mario HD collections coming, right? And 3D World Deluxe, which sounds really cool. Some of the rumors, if you read about them, sound really cool, integrating some of the 3D Land stuff in there. There's games that I didn't even think about. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse with the touchscreen sounds awesome. Like that would be such a cool game to add to the Switch lineup. I don't know if you played it, but you just use the touchscreen to move Kirby and play through the game that way, and it was awesome.
Yes.
And I'm sure you would love a Yoshi's Woolly World port.
And definitely just to let everybody know, a lot of places in Japan are about to open back up because a lot of their cases have went down. So their state of emergency is kind of going away. So there's a chance that Nintendo may open back up, but still have some protection measures for their employees. So production could be ramping back up, and if these ports are ready to go, because like even it'll be cool to even throw Splatoon in there. Yeah, we have two on Switch, but yeah, let's put the whole collection on there, for it. Like why not? Like why not do it? If we're gonna do Pikmin 3 and 4 and some of the other stuff, hey, let's put Splatoon on it and see what really happens and stuff. And you can put it on for a $30 game and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think Nintendo is in a good position, and they don't have to worry about challenging Microsoft and Sony at this time. Let them have the spotlight, and you just continue to put out good content of games, because people are going to go out there and buy it, whether it's physical or digital. Or people are going to get both because they want that collector's edition for it. They can look at Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, how that got packaged as a collection. They could put some collections out for their Wii U games, and people will buy them. They did it with Bayonetta. Sadly, Tokyo Mirage Session didn't get it, but a lot of their old classes could be packaging as a deluxe version with some goodies, and people would spend the money to buy it.
Yeah, for sure. I think a shoe-in, especially with this COVID stuff. I think the Zelda games are a shoe-in, right? I really think that those are coming. Not only just because of the COVID stuff, but also Zelda's 35th anniversary is next year.
Yeah,
and I think that is just an easy way to get the game out. Also, I could see a Hyrule Warriors 2 come out next year.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff is that these re-releases on Wii U, they're able to go in and tinker with some stuff and fix it. So some of the complaints that they had, they could literally go in and fix and then put it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to some of these Wii U ports, right? I love my Wii U, but I would also love to put it away. You know, I keep I keep it out for Xenoblade X and the Zelda games and Mario 3D World and Pikmin. Like those are the 5 games that I would like to play again at some point. So my Wii U is out, right? But at the end of the day, I would really like to put my Wii U back in the box and put it away, and maybe someday display it when I have a nice, bigger, office to do stuff in.
Yes.
But I mean, not that my office is small now, but I share it with my wife, so I don't really need to have everything like that out, But yeah, I mean, it takes up a lot of room. There's a ton of cords, right? Like the Wii U, I don't know if you looked at the back of your Wii U lately, Ed, but it is a hot mess of cords.
Oh,
right?
yes.
You got the sensor bar. I've got 2 USB things coming out of it for my Pro controllers. I've got the power cord. I've got the HDMI cable. It's just a mess. I don't even want to look at it.
Yeah. Compared to what Switch is to the Wii U,
yeah.
Yes.
The Switch, I have USB cords for my Pro controllers, but for some reason the Switch stuff is just cleaner. I don't know why it's cleaner. It just looks cleaner back there. It feels cleaner, right? It just, I don't understand what it is about the Wii U. Like I also have the dock for the gamepad, right? Which is another cord. I have the GameCube controller adapter for Smash hooked up in the front. It's just this weird, like Frankenstein monster octopus looking thing with all these cords and tentacles just coming out of it. And it's just like, God, what are you looking at right now? I can't even tell you. So, by the way, the Wii U GameCube controller thing also works on Switch. So
nice.
I was looking for one for Switch, right? And they're like $100 now, and I'm like, well, okay, yeah, right. So
the work of Satan.
Yeah, so I do have that to look forward to for Smash, because that new DLC character is coming at some point, I'm sure. So
yeah, I do want to. I had to get some new Bluetooth headphones for my Switch, because if 3D World comes out, Mario 3D World comes out on Switch, I want to hear that soundtrack. I love the music for that game, and
Ed's frozen, everybody.
And go. Yes.
Ed, you froze.
Oh.
You're back though.
Am I okay now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear that Mario stuff like just in my wireless headset for Switch. Because the music is good. Man, now if they do, Xenoblade Chronicles X do come to Switch, please fix some things on there. Like, really give us, like, if we take a quest, actually show us on the map where we need to go, because that was a really hard thing. You had to keep guessing on where to go.
Yeah, the map system was really, it was odd, and I hope that they fix that. But other than that, Xenoblade X is probably the best Xenoblade game, I would say. I know a lot of people love Xenoblade 1, right, which is out in as of this recording in an hour, right? But I think X is awesome because you get to create your own character and you get to create your own mech and you get to fight with your mech, right? Like, I think that's cool. So I do think that X and the mainline series are going to be separate series, but I think it would be cool. There's a lot in that game technologically that I don't know, because like it required 2 screens, right? I mean, Tokyo Mirage Sessions fixed that issue, but I still think that Xenoblade requires more work to be done on it than just switching your cell phone up to the top screen by the press of a button, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see about that one, but I think
But that world is beautiful, though.
I think this year, I think we could see an NES Remix pack come this year for Mario's 35th anniversary. I think Mario 3D World is obviously a shoe-in because of the 35th anniversary. Yeah, man, I don't even know what else I would want from a Wii U port. I mean, I know you would want Yoshi's Woolly World. I could live without Yoshi's Woolly World.
Because of the soundtrack for Woolly World, that's why I would need it on Switch. Craft the World got great music, but the levels are better in Craft the World than Woolly World. Woolly World is the soundtrack, Craft the World is the levels. But if they want to put Woolly World on Switch, I'll buy it to have my collection. Because I didn't get a chance to beat Woolly World, and I really want to beat that game. Because, man, Woolly World is good, but Craft the World is such a better game.
Yeah.
So
I really want the Zelda games to come over just because.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just because, like, Wind Waker has been stuck on 2 consoles that nobody cares about except for us, right? Like,
Right.
For me, if I was to take one Nintendo console, honestly, it would be the Wii U. It has all three of my favorite Zelda games. This is dismissing Virtual Console also.
Yes.
It has my 3 favorite Zelda games. It has my favorite 3D Mario game. It has the second best Pikmin game on it. It has Xenoblade Chronicles X on it. It has the best modern 2D Mario game on it. It has Mass Effect 3 on it, which is awesome. It has my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
It has my favorite Assassin's Creed game on it. It has my favorite Batman game on it. Like, Tokyo Mirage Sessions is on there. Like, I just feel like the games that I like from Nintendo, all of them are on the Wii U, right? And if I could just get those games onto the Switch, like, I really want the Zelda games on the Switch. I don't know why they're not there yet, especially Twilight Princess, because of the Wolf Link amiibo specifically.
Yes.
And the way it functions so fluidly with Breath of the Wild. I don't understand why. Like, I get at launch you don't want 2 Zelda games, but like 6 months later, I don't understand why Twilight Princess never came out.
It is. I would say this. I mentioned this time and time again. Go watch the old Nintendo Directs that were showing the games for Wii U, and just remind yourself on, oh, this is why this game was exciting on this system. Yeah, I need this on Switch. Like, you will literally be amazed on how we all acted out when we seen this stuff coming to Wii U. So there are still a ton of games from Nintendo that they could bring to Switch from the Wii U days. And if you need proof, like I said, go watch Nintendo Directs that were showing some Wii U stuff, and be fully surprised. Like, we don't need Smash because we got Ultimate. So
yeah, I mean, there's certain games, right? If there's like a sequel coming that's pretty similar, right? Like, I don't think you need a port of specific games, right? Like, let's see, a good example. I think Yoshi's Woolly World is an example of something that you don't need a port of, right? I think Yoshi's Crafted World is a better game, and it's similar enough to where, like, okay, maybe you don't need that port. Paper Mario Color Splash, I don't think you need a port, right? Like,
right.
With Origami King looking better. Star Fox Zero is a little iffy, but, you know,
I would take it still. I would take Star Fox Zero.
I mean, I would too if they fix some of the controls and stuff and actually like fix some things. Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed, I wouldn't need that because we have Sonic Racing already. Although I think Transformed is a better game. I can't believe they put Watch Dogs on this list.
Yeah. If I can't say this, give me Watch Dogs 2. Even though that's not a Wii U game, from earlier from the Amazon listing, I would take Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably would too, although I already own it on Xbox and I still need to play it. It's part of my backlog. So it'll get there. We'll get there. I'll get there someday.
Yeah.
Someday I'll get there and play it
I
all
might
day.
actually install. I might actually install Watch Dogs 2 on my one and play it again. To see. Hopefully that game got patched.
Yeah, hopefully. So, but yeah, I mean, let us know what you want to see on the Switch, whether it's a Wii U port or a port of something that you liked from the previous generation, even from PlayStation and Xbox, right? Like
Hmm.
I think there's a lot of potential for bringing games over, right? Burnout Paradise comes out in 2 weeks. I think that's a great arcade racing game that we don't have a lot of
Yes.
on Switch. I don't think there's a lot
Yes.
of good arcade games on arcade racing games on Switch, and Burnout Paradise is a good one. So, what else would I'm really still bummed that the Tony Hawk remasters aren't coming to Switch. I bet they come eventually, right?
Yeah.
That seems like a no-brainer.
Activision is very weird with their business for Nintendo. I
I
don't
wonder
really think.
I just wonder if the engine they're using for these remasters, cuz like Tony Hawk and Spyro and Crash remasters are
Hmm.
all using the same engines. I just wonder if they just don't run well on Switch and it takes a lot of time to optimize them, you know? So, I don't know. I feel like it takes a lot of time to optimize for this, just for those particular
I,
engines.
I think Activision doesn't see Nintendo as a big business for them.
Well,
They
I
just
don't think
throw it
they do.
out there.
I don't think they do either, but I think their remasters on Switch are doing well. I think Spyro and Crash did
Hmm.
well on Switch. I
Yeah.
really do. You know, I mean, I got them on Switch. I don't know, man. It's weird. Like I understand Call of Duty not coming, but something like Tony Hawk, I think people want on the go,
Yeah.
especially.
Like no one's asking for Call of Duty on Switch. I think more people will be asking for Tony Hawk because, like I said, that soundtrack. Of course, yes, you got that soundtrack on Spotify and other places, but I'm like, people want to hear that game on the go. If they're working out of home and like, let's say Starbucks is open and they don't feel like listening to the music at Starbucks, they could throw on their Switch and cut on Tony Hawk and listen to that soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know. Um, and then if they feel like gaming on that thing, they can. And you'll probably see other people at Starbucks playing Tony Hawk. You know,
Yeah.
it, act, but like I said, Activision business with Nintendo is very dicey at
Yeah.
this time.
No,
And so,
I get it. I just feel like there's easy. I feel like there's easy. Like they got. I know Blizzard is separate really from Activision. I know they have the same parent company, but like they're separate entities. And I just they got Overwatch and Diablo to run on Switch. There's no reason why you can't get Tony Hawk to run on Switch. You know, I don't know, but let us know what you want to see, what you want to play on your Switch that's not there yet. I guess is
yes.
how we would say it. Ed, we're going to close out the show talking about what we've been playing. What are you playing? Are you playing anything interesting or fun?
Yeah, so of course everybody knows that I am playing Breath of the Wild, getting more into that, trying to get to some shrines and stuff. But kind of want to focus that two new games that I did pick up. Picked up Minecraft Dungeons. Played a little bit of that. It's not a bad game. It's all right. I can see why it's kind of getting the reviews for some people and why they're like, yeah, it's an okay game. If you got Game Pass, that's the way to play it. Your achievements do unlock. So you do
On Switch they unlock.
on Switch.
That's crazy.
They do unlock. Yeah. So
That's
the
so fun.
Xbox. Yeah, the Xbox companion that's on your computer. If you got it, you're able to check your achievements on there. And when I looked at mine, it said Minecraft Dungeon and it has that first achievement. So I think that's cool. I don't know if Minecraft the original game on does that, but it probably does. I kind of seen the intro of it, and so it did say Xbox Game Studios, so it does still show that. So, but yeah, I'm playing. I just started it and tried that out. Playing Shantae and the Seven Sirens, and this is a more easier game than the previous Shantae games. It's a little bit still has this Metrovania style, but it is a little bit more linear and everything's more connected. So you're not going to different worlds and stuff. It looks like everything's going to be one big whole map, but I'm definitely enjoying it, and it's not too hard. It looks like it's going to be easy challenges and stuff. So, you should be able to jump into it. I think it was. I think I paid $29.99 for it, or it might be $25. You could check it out. But yeah, those two is what I'm playing on Switch with Breath of the Wild also. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm focusing on Switch. Really trying to get through a lot of my first party stuff that I haven't beaten, and then get a lot of my indie and third party. Like I'm really trying to put a lot of work.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Cool. I'm still. I mean, I've been trying to play Control all week, which not on Nintendo, so I won't really talk about it. But I've been playing some Link's Awakening. I'm trying to finish that up. I'm really enjoying it. You can definitely tell like the dungeon design is still really 90s. And I know it's just a remake of that original game, but you know the dungeon design and stuff is really early Zelda, you know. So, but it's still really just a beautiful game. Something I just love to see. I've been playing a little bit more Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Definitely one of the most. I feel like it is still really underrated, even though anybody who plays it loves it, right? I still feel like it's super underrated. I still feel like it's really underrated. It's awesome. The comedy in the game is just enough to like, you know, just squeeze through, and then it's so much fun. So I've also been getting back into The Witcher, just because I've taken I've taken a little break from Assassin's Creed because I've been playing Control and a lot of Halo, too much Halo. I've been getting back into The Witcher, and it's just a half hour a night, you know, getting in there, just killing some monsters, doing part of a quest, and calling it a night. Man, it's just that forever game for me for now. I think it's
really hard for the work.
I think it's a great game. I think it's a great port. Like I think it's one of the best ports on the Switch. And I know it's not the best place to play that game, but also guess what? I don't care. It's where I chose to play the game, and it is a great port.
A lot of people bought, like we said, a lot of people bought Switches to play that game, and a lot of people have made more progress in The Witcher on Switch than on consoles and PC, unless they beat the game.
Yeah,
so that's saying a lot.
Yeah, I'm like 25-ish hours into the game now. I don't really know how far into the game I am, like story-wise. You know, I'm doing some of the side stuff and just trying to. I really don't really care what I'm doing, and I really don't know what's going on in the story, except that I'm trying to find Ciri still. So there's that, and I'm just having a blast with it. You know, it's scratching more of the Zelda itch than the Assassin's Creed itch, because obviously I went back to Assassin's Creed also. I've been good at. I haven't played Assassin's Creed. I got to Athens in Assassin's Creed, and I was like, I'm putting this down for now because this seems like a good place to stop at the moment. Because obviously we're doing book club stuff, and I want to play other things as well. Should be talking about XCOM 2 next week, hopefully on the Switch. Again, I'm working with we've started dabbling in the working with Nintendo PR, so it's been an interesting learning experience. You know, I'm trying to do our best to make us presentable and you know, really businesslike and everything. So it's just been a learning experience. I've also reached out to Xbox and PlayStation and Ubisoft as well. So I'm working on our PR, Ed.
Yay!
That's really the real game I've been playing this week. So also I am probably gonna, by the time this episode posts, I'll probably post the logo for the POW Block 200 shirts. It's really nothing special. It's just the MPB Switch logo that's on our Twitter account.
Yeah.
It's just that with the 200 in it instead of the NPB. So it does say Nintendo POW Block on it, but I don't know, man. I think that's a cool thing to do. I'm just prepping for all of our giant milestones that we're about to reach.
Yeah, we're throughout the years, through our ups and downs, we have came a long, long way.
Yeah, and POW Block has been such a important part of our lives for the last 5 years, right? It's how we became friends. It's just I'm just trying to make sure that the episode 200 is a good show for us to do. And I know it's 3 weeks away, but I want it to be a big show. I want it to be a fun show. I mean, it's not going to stray that off the beaten path of a normal episode, but I want it to be fun. I want it to be big. I want it to be something that we'll remember for a while, and I just want us to be able to have a cool thing to promote, a cool, shirt. I want to get that channel. I want to get our channel trailer done. Like, I want to get all this stuff done and make sure that Boss Rush Games is the best it can be, and Nintendo POW Block is the best that it can be, right? And
yes,
we've gotten a lot of attention the last few months in terms of listeners and subscribers and fans and emails and not just POW Block, but all of our shows, because I think you, me, and Jesse put in a lot of work into this stuff, and we put in a lot of love and attention into it, and I'm just really proud of what we're doing and what it's becoming and what our future plans are.
Right. And I think people could see our passion, how we connect, and how, like people say, bounce off each other and stuff, and just really have some good conversations that make you want to just like literally react and stuff, and that's really, really cool.
Yeah, it is. It's fun to just watch how everything has kind of evolved since we started Boss Rush. Really, I mean, we did the ending the shows and brought them back, and some people asked, since we brought the other 2 shows back, why we're still doing the Boss Rush podcast, and it's like, well, who cares, I mean.
Like I said, Boss Rush is it's us talking about Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo, or just talking about directs or inside Xbox or various things. And sometimes we may not even talk about to do video game news, but have a really good video game conversation and stuff. And Boss Rush is like a community thing for us to really come in and hang out as bros and sisters, for the ladies who join us for Boss Rush. It's for everybody to come in. All our other dedicated shows is what we have opinions about for that particular platform, and Boss Rush is just more open. So yes, we have Arsenal X, we have Nintendo POW Block. Hopefully we get crossplay for our PlayStation. Hopefully we get that the same way we do 1v1 standard definitions and stuff. Like, each show, yes, it is dedicated to something, but Boss Rush itself is just such a more open platform for anyone and everyone to come in, have fun, and really just like get you some lunch. get you some chips and a drink, your snacks. If you just, even if you don't, if you want to feel like you're playing a game, play a game while listening to us and contribute and ask us questions and stuff. Boss Rush Podcast is there for it. Nintendo Power Block is us dedicating our love and passion and talking about all things Nintendo. Some other things thrown in.
I mean, we don't. I mean, even with Power Block, right? We talk about other stuff, right? I mean, we spent what 15 minutes before. I mean, on the live show, we were talking about Control for a while, and we were talking about this awesome Gears headset, right? Like, I mean, we talk about other stuff on here. It's not just like, okay, maybe we don't just, you know, talk about Nintendo, even though the show's dedicated to Nintendo. I mean, we talk about what we need to when we need to talk about it, right? Like, Jesse and I were talking about Nintendo the other day and on Arsenal X, and we made fun of you because we should probably put money in the Nintendo jar, but you know what I mean? It's what we have a running joke on there where if Ed mentions Nintendo, he has to put money in a jar. But yeah, I mean, we don't need to specifically stick to things because that's what we're dedicated to, and it's just, I don't know, man. I'm just really proud of what we've accomplished so far, and are we growing slower than some other people? Sure. Are we moving at a different pace? Sure. But I mean, we are doing what we love, and we're making progress, and we're doing what we want to do, and things are happening, you know, and it's just fun and exciting. And I love you, and I love Jesse, and I love doing this with everybody. So, and I love people chatting in the chat, right? Like I like people just, like, even if they're not talking to us, they're talking to each other, and it's fun and it's awesome.
Yes.
Especially like when we brought live shows back, it was just, you know, we did the first few episodes, or, you know, the first probably 15, 20 episodes, we didn't have anybody in the chat. Now our chats are pretty full across the board. You know, I mean, we have like probably between 4 and 15 people every time between Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube. So it's fun. It's really fun.
Yeah.
I love it. And even though we don't interact with the chat directly most of the time, we do acknowledge that you guys are there and keeping the show going on live shows. And I love that. So,
yes.
Yeah. Sorry for the rant, everybody. Just, this is just, I love podcasting all the time. And I wouldn't, you know, obviously, Ed, we talk about it all the time, but I wouldn't do the show without you. I wouldn't do Boss Rush without you and Jesse. Like, this is just, I love it. So, but anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember, get your entries in for the episode 200 giveaway. Get your questions in, because for episode 200, I think we're going to do a pretty decent sized question block. That's why we don't have a lot for you today. I do want to have a pretty decent size question block for that episode. So you can follow us on Twitter at Powblock Podcasts. You can also find all of our content on bossrushgames.com or youtube.com/bossrushgames, including the Boss Rush podcast and Arsenal X, the Xbox podcast. Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at that retro code. You can check out Optional Opinion on SoundCloud. And yeah, if you guys want to check out my Switch code and anything, it is on at that retro code on my Twitter page. So yeah. If
you want to add us to your friends list across the board, it's on our Twitter. I am Corey in HD on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at Corey in HD on Mixer and Twitch. You can also follow me on Xbox and Switch and PlayStation. All my information is on Twitter. Join our Facebook group and our Discord. I always forget to plug that. Discord, I'm trying to push that really. Facebook, there's cool people in there too. You can also like us there. You can also like, subscribe, share, rate, and review everything from bossrushgames.com/subscribe. We really appreciate you going there and checking out our website. Newly rebuilt about a month ago. Really, really loving the way it's turned out. So, yeah. Anyways, I want to thank everybody so much for watching and or listening. Thank you for commenting in the chat. Join us live every week. And remember, guys, Boss Rush Games is about playing games and being better. And Until next week, we love you.
Bye, everybody. Woo-hoo.